Yes. Can you see my
Yes, we
screen?
see the screen. Yep.
Okay, then just, yeah. So process advisor. What is process advisor is like it itself describes the name. There's advising, getting advice for the processes. So let's just see what we will have in this. And first we'll be looking at process advisor flow, how this flow is going to work. Next, we will be looking at the recordings, that how this thing is working, like process recording is being done. Next, we will be looking at the analytics that we are going to get from these recordings. Next, we will see how the process is getting automated later on. And then I'll let you know what lessons I have learned from this thing. So the first thing that is here, starting with this process advisor flow, is first when we go to the Power Automate process advisor, we first initially we create the process, we have to name it, and there is a description which is not mandatory, so you can also give the description about the process, like what this process is about. Next is recording of these processes. So there will be many processes that you can record, and any kind of processes that you would like to record that you are doing in your daily routine, uh, and you need that these things needs to be automated, then you can work on recording in to this processes. Next is mm, can you see this? It's maybe just, yeah. Next is adding activities to the recordings. So when you record all the processes, after recording is done, you need to name then the steps that you have recorded. So that is the activities that you are doing to the processes. Then next is analyze the process. And after recording the activities and naming the activities, after recording the processes and naming the activities to these recordings, you have to analyze the process. And after you analyze the process, next you will get the analytic reports on that processes. And next is getting suggestions from the Power Automate. So when these things that you are doing, like recording and naming the activities to the steps that you are recording, and after analyzing these processes, you will get the analytic reports, and in that you will get the suggestions for that processes. Next, you will automate the flow that is being suggested. So this is how it looks, somewhat it look like this. So next, we will be looking at how this process recordings are being done. So it's the processes. Next, we can record multiple recordings to one particular process, just like this. And we will be giving this activities to this recordings, just like this. So let's quickly have a demo. So here is I am just recording a process. Uh, yeah, sorry. So first I have already created a process here, and I have already recorded few recordings for this particular process, and I am adding one more recording to this particular process. So this is how, like, whenever you create on new recording, it will ask you to record this. And this is just what I have given, is like I am capturing some information from one Excel file and putting that information to another Excel file. It is just for the basis of like, as I don't have, I haven't used any application like desktop application or something like that that we usually have, like submitting some information. If someone is having some kind of desktop application that they are using in this way, so this is how it is happening. So what I have did is like, I have just captured this information and now I am notifying it that this process is done via email. So this is what I have done here, and this is the process that I have captured. So for main, the important thing is the red screen that was coming here was important to just keep in mind that when it comes, you need to capture the process at that time. So that is important. And after capturing this record, like you have to uh, after you capture this process, you have to it will take a little bit of time to just analyze this thing, like to gather all this process captured information, and you will be able to see all the steps that we have captured in this process. So whatever we are recording, is it is important to see what step we are recording. So if there is something that is taking a little bit of time, unnecessary time, and you have to wait for some that red frame to come to capture exact process, so that this Power Automate helps you to understand and analyze this process. So here are the steps that we have captured, and I am going to add an activities to them. So here you see that I have already given the activities, I have already created it. So these are the activities that I have already given to the other recordings. So I am getting the suggestions in this way, and I am naming them. So minimum 2 activities are necessary to give to analyze this recordings. So this is the important thing that you need to know. We can see the screenshots here. So we can delete the screenshots if we want to, if we have any sensitive information while capturing this recording. Next, here is like ready to analyze what I have did at last. So, okay, now let's see how this analytics is working. So here is like analyze the process, and by analyzing, what things we will get is one process and application preview. And these are the two views that we will be getting after we analyze the processes. And in process, we will having a process variance, average time, total recordings, and everything. These are all will be the part of process. And for application preview, we will be having activities, recordings, time spent, apps used, times accessed. So this will be all related to the application, and the above process will be all related to the processes that we have record, but just for the recordings. And this will be also kept, an application will be also having this what applications that we are using. Next, let's just have a demo on this. And here is what I am doing is like, this is ready to analyze, and status is not analyzed, right? So this is the recording that I have done. And after capturing this recording, I have named them, and now I am keeping it to ready to analyze. So this is the important thing. If you want to analyze this particular recording, you need to keep it on ready to analyze. Unless and until you will not, if you are not doing that, it will not analyze that particular recording. So this is the important step that you need to do. After that, you should click on analyze, and it will let you know that you only ready to analyze processes will be the recordings will be going to analyze. So after this, we will be looking at the analytics. So this is the analytic report that we are getting after for the recordings that we have. So all the recordings, it depends on you that if you want to just analyze for particular one, two, or kind of you have did multiple recordings, but you want to just analyze only 2 to 3 recordings, then you can do that. You just have to off the button of ready to analyze, and you can select how many recordings you want to analyze and how many ones you want, you just don't want for this analytics to work on for that particular analytics. So this is the view of process I have done for the file recordings, and it is showing you 3 variants, process variants. So I have done 5 recordings, but it is having only 3 variants, 3 type of recordings I have done. And how many recordings, how much time. So the important thing is the darker the if you can see that submit data, it is showing you the darkest one. So that means that it took a longer time to process. And the darker the line, it means the most people are following that, many people are following this in the same particular path. So these are the two this will, you will be able to see in the legend uh, on right hand side, if you can see on the right hand side of the corner here. And if you click on particular variant, and it will show you only the view of that particular, the chart of that particular variant, and not for everything. So this is how process will be able to, like, you will be able to see how this process is working, and how this analytics is giving you the report on the processes. And for the application preview, here you can see that what application is used, how much time, how much times this application, the switching has been done in this applications, and what applications that you have used, how much time, and everything is been seen from here. And application preview is basically for that all the applications where this, the important thing is it is giving you how this process advisor Power Automate is understanding this important thing, that how whatever you are capturing, it is capturing the applications that you are using. So, and this is how you get this suggestions, which we are going to understand in the next step. So Power Automate, what automate this, automate this process. So here you will see that after analyzing the process like this, we have process map, we will get suggestions to the automate. And like this blue symbol indicates that you have suggestions and you can automate this particular process. So this is the important thing that you can see, and this will help us to use whatever, like, it is having connectors, it is having 475 connectors, and it is suggesting us that what connector we can use in the process that we are recording, and how can we automate our process. Next is this is like automate the suggested process using connectors like this that I have seen show you, right? Next, let's just have a flow. This is I have already created a flow. I am not going to create here. It's just I have already created a flow. What does this flow does is in first you will see that I am manually triggering a flow, and there is having it is having some values in that. Next, there is Microsoft populate, like I am adding a template, Word template here. Then I'm creating a file, converting it to PDF, and saving that PDF file and sending it via email. So let's just see how it is going to work. So this is where name, client ID, invoice number, quantity, bill amount. This is what I'm inputting. I'm giving into the input. I have already uh, uploaded a file here on OneDrive, and I'm just putting some informations dynamically into this, and I'm creating a file, Word file through this, and whatever inputs I'm putting here, it will it will make changes to that file and create a new one to the destination that I have given. And like that, after creating the Word file, it will convert it to PDF, and then it will send it to the particular user that I'm sending. So this is how the automate flow works. And here is I am testing right now is like I'm going to input few uh, fields, and name, client ID, invoice number, quantity, bill amount. This all things I am going to input that I have already given in the manually trigger. I am inputting over there, and for this, when I input it here, it will make the changes to the Word file that I have given, and it will create a new one in the another file, and it will convert it to PDF over there only in the same file, and then it will give me into the email with all the details. So here is the email, and it will give me all the details that I have inputted. So and in invoices, here the two files are getting generated according to the time stamp. So this is how I have created a flow which can be done, which I have done according to that, looking at to the process that I have created. And for that process, I have created this flow in this way to make understand that how this process advisor is working. So basically this process advisor is doing few things. Importantly is it will help you capture the process with the help of recordings. After recording, you name the activities to the steps that you are recording. If also one important thing is, while capturing this recording, if any step is been clicked unnecessarily, you can delete it at the time of recording it. And you can just and if there is something, or if you are in middle of something and you need to pause that particular recording, you can do that too. And then after, you can just name them activities, and after giving the activities, you can analyze them. After analyzing, you can automate that particular flow according to the given automate suggestions given by the Power Automate. So this is how this process advisor is working. And also you can share the graphs that analyzed report that you have seen here. You can share them. It will be shared in Excel file or CSV file. This is also happening here. And next, I will tell you how what things I have learned. I have created many recordings which were of no use, because I'm not getting any, I was not getting any suggestions for to automate, and I was not even naming them properly. So this is how at the end I got to know how it should work. And few things that I have learned is like it is necessary to capture the process when there is a red screen. Next, it is necessary to name the activities properly, so that you can also get to know like how what this process is working, and everyone knows it and properly. Any kind of process can be captured. And next is rights of a contributor, co-owner and owner. So co-owner and owner can do the same thing, but the contributor can only add the recordings and cannot see other recordings of any process, or particular of particular that process also. If someone else is recording, as a contributor I cannot see that, and I can only see my recordings, and that is it. So this is all about process advisor, and thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah, Priyanka, it was really awesome. Then the process advisor looks like, yeah, it's helping you to figure out what's the biggest drawbacks in your process, who's taking the most time, then saying, hey, I suggest you use this specific flow, and just use the flow, and the problems will be disappeared. We have a question from Pranam, who is asking about how process advisor records, and he is asking, does the process advisor record screen or text, or it just metadata and logs?
It captures the screen, the screen, not just text. It only captures the screenshots of the wherever you will click. And if you are taking it somewhere, like if you are taking your cursor anywhere on the screen, and if it is giving you that only a red portion or red screen of that particular portion, then it will capture only that thing. So it's all about screen.
Yeah, he has also another one. He's asking about using this in the same project, and he's thinking about how do you use this across a team so the multiple team members capture their recordings to the same project.
Yes, everyone, like we can you know as we can share with them with we like first of all he has to create a process. Let me just, yeah, so first create a process, and after creating a process, share that process to someone whom you want them to add their recording as a contributor. Share them that process as a contributor and not as a co-owner. And then he will be able to know that how this process will be working, you know. And one important thing is af- um here I wanted to show something if I can. So maybe yeah, so here you see create activity names. So this is like if you click on create activity names, is like you are creating some names to the type of recordings. Like if you know that this kind of recordings are going to be recorded, you can name that in advance. And when someone else, if you are sharing that process to someone else and that person is adding their recording and want to name their activities, but they don't know what kind of name they need to give, how what they can do give. So we can yeah, previously like we can write add the activities, and they will get the recommendations whenever they click on the name, like naming the activities. Yes, please, next.
Yeah, there's another one. Is it possible to compare two versions of same project analysis, like say one before and after automation?
Sorry.
He just want to know if it's possible to track the possible like the process before we are making this automation scenario, and after we are analyzing this in the process, like before process advisor and after process advisor.
Okay,
Can you just
Before
Yeah, can we
process
see?
advice, I
Maybe
let
Brandon, you can like unmute yourself and explain the situation much more better.
I um, hello.
Are you able to hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Could you
My question.
please move closer to the microphone?
Yes. Are you? Is it clearer now?
Not really.
Okay. Just give me a second. Let me switch mics. Just one second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Am I understanding right? The process advisor is officially available for everyone.
Yes, it is for the premium. The user should be there, so they can use that.
Okay. Hi. Thanks for the demo. It's really useful. My question was, say for example, first I record using the process advisor, my entire process. Then I identify, okay, these are the steps that need to be automated. I'm sure you cannot automate everything, right? So there are only specific aspects of it. Now,
Yeah.
after that, again, can I record it as another project, basically to understand, okay, this is the now the revised process. Once I record it, is it possible to compare the both the analysis between before automation and after automation so that I can quantify the savings at whatever level it is? It could be overall savings or at, say, for example, okay, previously it would take 5 steps and maybe 3 hours. And now, or it could be minutes also for that matter. Now it is a 2-step process and maybe the entire process takes say 1 hour or 1.5 hours, something like that.
So actually, good question. Actually, what this happening is like whenever you are capturing this process, it is itself is giving you the time. You know, you are cap you are this is it will capture the time as well. So how much time you are taking, it is taking you to complete one process after you did do the automation on that. You will get to know that how much time it will take. How just if you are running it, it will in few seconds the flow is getting done. So this is how you will be able to compare both the scenarios.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, anyone else, please?
Looks like there are no questions. Okay, thank you again, Priyanka. Nice and interesting scenario. Just like the capabilities, yeah, what we can do and make us everyone as these power users who can use the low-code automation to make the world a better place for us. And yeah, if there's no any questions or comments, so thank you very much for this great meetup. I'm just reminding you that next meetup is on Wednesday, September 8th, when they are talking about people analytics for HR. This time I suggest there will be more Power BI, less about Power Automate, but yeah, see you on September 8th. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you everyone for having me. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye bye.